Hi boys and girls, it's Mrs. Paddock. I have another math story. It's part of the Math Counts series of books. This one is about length. And again, it is by Henry Pluckrose. How long is the string in this ball? How long is this truck? Sometimes we need to measure things to find out exactly how long they are. We use the word length to describe the measurement of something from one end to the other. We talk about the length of a swimming pool, the length of a race, the length of a highway, or the length of fabric. You could measure the length of a table by counting in hand spans. So you use your hand and you count. But the problem is people's hands are not all the same. So your hand is different than my hand, and it's different than your mom and dad's hand, right? So it's not going to be the same. You could measure the length of a lawn by counting paces. That means you put one foot in front of the other, see how many. But again, the problem is people's paces are not all the same. So this mom's shoe size is bigger. Actually, it looks pretty close to that one, but maybe this kid's are bigger than that one, right? So they're not equal. If we want to measure exactly, we have to use a standard measure. Standard measures are the same everywhere. A surveyor, so that's this person here, measures the ground with a tape. The tape is divided into feet and inches, or meters and centimeters. It is important to be able to measure exactly. Architects draw detailed plans for builders to use. They have to make sure a building will fit into its space. So they're using special tools to make sure that the measurement is perfect. A tailor uses exact measurements too. Short lengths are measured in inches or centimeters. 36 inches makes 1 yard. 100 centimeters makes 1 meter. Scientists often study very small creatures. Tiny things are measured in fractions of an inch or in millimeters. 10 millimeters makes 1 centimeter, about 1/3 of an inch. Yards and inches are useful for measuring things that are not too long. In some countries, distances between places are measured in miles. 1 mile equals 1,760 yards. So you could see how many miles it is to certain places on these signs here. In many other countries, a different standard of measure is used to show distances between places. This sign shows distances in kilometers. So here in Canada, we use kilometers. 1,000 meters makes 1 kilometer. A mile is longer than a kilometer. We also use feet and inches or meters and centimeters to measure height. The height of a person is measured from the sole of their feet to the top of their head. So if you've ever gone to the doctor, they often will measure you to the top of your head there, right? And you're probably standing nice and tall, and then they measure you. As you grow, you become taller. Years ago, these basketball players were exactly the same height as you are today, but they've grown up and they've gotten much taller. We use the word height to describe many other things. The height of a building is measured from the ground to the very top. The height of this cliff is measured from the level of the sea to the grassy land at the top. Mountains are also measured from sea level. The peak or top of Mount Everest is 29,029 feet, or 8,848 meters above sea level. Why is sea level used when giving the height of mountains? Aircraft pilots also measure the height at which their planes are flying. We can describe the height of things around us by comparing them with the height of our own bodies. These plants have not grown very tall. they're still very small, right, compared to this kid here. But they seem enormous to an earthworm, so look how big these plants are compared to the earthworm, right? These trees are very tall. Their topmost branches are far, far above the ground, right? When trees are cut down for timber, a lumberjack measures the length of each trunk, not its height. What is the difference between length and height? So here, of course, length, he's going to see how far he could go. This one here, it goes up, right? The height is going vertical, right? So this one goes horizontal, so it goes this way, right? Whereas this one goes up, right? There you go. All right. Hope you enjoyed that, my friends, and hope you learned a thing or two about length. I miss you, and we'll talk to you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.